Hi guys, I'm gonna need all y'all to buckle up for this story because it's pretty wild. Okay, so around I'm gonna say 5 months ago, I met this guy on Minder, which is Tinder but for marriage. Yes, you thought I was gonna say Muslim, didn't you? This guy was really great. We were hitting it off pretty well. He was unlike any guy I'd ever spoken to before. He would text me good morning. Yeah, that's it. That's the bar. It's really low. He was super charming. He would always tell me I was super emotionally intelligent. He was into everything I ever said. I was wow, this guy's really great. I like him a lot. I think there's a catch. I think he's short. The more charming you are, the shorter you are. That's just the law. Scientists have proven this. But then he walks in on the first date and he's 6 foot tall. I was like, oh my God, I thought you were short. He's like, why? I was like, because you don't have your height listed on your profile. He's like, oh, that's why I'm not getting any matches. I was like, wait a minute. Am I your last resort? But also, you don't need to put your height up on the profile. Don't even worry about it. It'll be our little secret. This guy was super good looking. This is how good looking this guy was. My own roommate found him on the app and sent me a screenshot without even knowing that I was talking to him. And my guy friends who were talking so much shit about him, the second they saw him melted, they're like, if you don't freaking marry him, we will. So he mentioned his ex a lot, which is a red flag, but ladies, it's scarce out there. So I was like, is it red or is it orange? I can't really tell. But then a bouquet of red flags later, I was like, all right, I think we should take a break until you're over her. Maybe we can revisit this. This piece of shit went back on the apps the next day. I was like, excuse me, why are you not healing and hurriedly running back to me? Why are you not moving into your therapist's home? Why is your whole life not absolutely destroyed that I'm not in it anymore? Why is my photo not your wallpaper? Girls only leave guys because we just want them to fix themselves and come back, not because we actually want them to go live better lives. What the hell? Anyways, so a week before we break up, I tell him that I'm going to the Dominican in a few weeks, and he doesn't say anything, okay? A week after we break up, this man posts photos of himself shirtless in the Dominican. And I know that he posted it for me because he only has 3 Instagram followers, 2 of which are me. The third is his brother. Otherwise, I would have killed her. So I see his biceps and I resist, okay? Alhamdulillah. God, I've been disciplined, okay? I've been abstaining. Honey, this is not my first rodeo, okay? I've been resisting. So a week later, I go to the Dominican like I had communicated I would, and I post a photo, and this man comments, copycat. The audacity. And listen. He set a trap and I fell for it, okay? I fell for it. I'm not above it. I responded, and so we started dating again. Okay, when you break up with someone, it's not really real the first time. You have to go through at least 3 more shakes till you get them off. So we started dating again. Him and I were on a date, and he gets a call from someone named Autumn. In that moment, I look at him and I'm like, can I ask you a question? How many girls are you dating at the same time? I asked him this question, okay? What I heard him say was, dating? What the hell? I'm only dating you. This girl, she's someone from work. She's so annoying. I'm trying to get rid of her. Selma, you are my queen. That's what I heard. But what he said was 4. 4? Who has the time? Also, how? If I was talking to 4 guys, I would literally send them the same meme 6 times. I would forward voice notes with the other guy's name in it. How? It's actually impressive. So then I'm like, answer me this. Am I number 4? He's like, no, you're number 1. I was like, that's even worse. That's even worse. You replaced me 3 times. So at this point, I look at him and I'm like, I'm not interested in being one of 4 wives. He's like, you're not interested in the sunnah? I was like, you piece of garbage. Not your self-serving version of it. And then Autumn texts him, which number you with? I was like, oh my God. Does everybody know but me? So at this point, I'm like, listen, I don't know if you got the wrong idea. I want an exclusive committed relationship. And then he hits me with the whole, oh, Selma, I'm just so lost in my life right now. I just don't know what I want in my whole entire life. I just want to tell girls all my problems so they feel sorry for me and continue to give me everything I need without any accountability. How many times do we hear this? All the girls probably watching this are like, yeah, all the time. All the guys are like, what's the problem? I just sent a text message like that this morning. So that night I go home. I stalk that Autumn girl on Instagram, okay? She's like an Egyptian Kim Kardashian. Her entire Instagram feed is just brunches and bikinis. And then I see that her 3 most recent photos are from the Dominican. He went with her. Wallahi, I was shooketh, okay? I called up my friend. I told her everything that happened. She's like, wait, can I see a picture of this guy? So I sent her a picture. She's like, oh my God, this guy is dating my coworker right now. Yeah, her coworker, her name's Aisha. She's 35. She has a PhD. She calls herself doctor. I was like, whoa, we're all so different. Why is he dating such different people? This guy must be living out different parts of himself with each of us. If you have 4 wives, each one has a different role. The first wife, she's like the more serious wife, right? That's for sure. The doctor, like, he discusses mortgages with her, like all the boring stuff. Like he like current affairs, like he like prints out newspaper articles for their dates ready to go. The second wife, she's like the sexual fantasies part, right? Like he like lives out his fantasies with her. That's definitely Autumn. Like he like takes her to Dominican, like has mind-blowing sex with her. Like I don't even think they talk. I don't even think they've exchanged words. And I'm for sure the fourth wife, right? Because I was like the last to join. I'm really carefree, like just living my best life. Not really paying attention to what's going on. Like I didn't even know that there were other numbers until that day when Autumn texted him. But guys, who is the third wife? Like she's the only one that none of us know. She must be the one that he like gives back to God by being with. He like takes her to the doctor's appointment in the morning. He like just run errands with her. He like kisses her on the forehead every time he sees her. She's the one that makes him feel good about himself, right? I'm just imagining she's probably like a refugee. He sponsored her. She has an injury from battling ISIS and now she's in a wheelchair. And like God for sure loves her because until now he's never revealed her identity. But I found out who the other 2 were. And, like, I could see myself getting along pretty well with the third wife. Like, we'd go to Disneyland together. I'd be, like, wheeling her in. We'd ride roller coasters together. She would take photos of me that we would send to him. And she wouldn't even be mad about it. She's just happy to be here. At this point, I was like, all right, I really need to break up with this guy. And I need to tell all these other women to do the same. But we all ended up unionizing instead. I'm kidding. I obviously broke up with him. And I think the other ones did too. You know what's funny? I actually was on a date at a restaurant downtown. I'm not going to say the name, Pie. And I saw Aisha. Like, I saw the doctor there. And she was with a guy. But I couldn't see the guy. So I was like, oh my God, is it him? Because she was kind of like, they were standing in single file because they're trying to like clear the aisle. Whoa, sorry, that rhymed. Am I a rapper? And she starts walking. And it's like this other guy, like, that's shorter than her that she has like absolutely no interest in. I look at her, she looks at me, she has no idea who I am. I thought she would know, but she has no idea. At this point, like, I completely tune out of my own date because all I'm thinking about is how I want to get up and ask her if she wants to start the WhatsApp group chat to like retaliate and get revenge. Isn't there a movie about this? I think like John Tucker Must Die or something. We're gonna recreate that, except it's the Muslim woman version. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Selma, you are a grown-ass woman. How did you get yourself into this situation? And to that I say, do you guys know the Taylor Swift song that's like, when you're 15 and somebody tells you they love you, you're gonna believe them. Except when you're 28, because you have to account for the Muslim inflation rate. So we don't start living our lives till our 30s. That's why so many white people are like really good at relationships and they're like out here being married. Fam, that's because they started dating at like 15. Like, we only got started 10 minutes ago. Like, by the time we break free of parental control and realize that it's not haram to talk to the opposite gender, bam, we're 40. Anyways, that's my most recent tale. I actually performed this on stage and I invited that guy's brother to come watch it. And that was the last show I ever did. The next day, all of comedy got canceled. He was like at the show and then he asked me, he goes like, so what happened between you guys? Like, how were there 3 other women? Like, what went down? How did you find out? And I was like, you're about to find out in a second, because they're like calling me up on stage. And then I do the whole story and he's like dying, like listening to it. So I'm not saying that the dating gods are mad at me for inviting this guy's brother to watch a show that I did about him, thereby canceling the rest of comedy, but I am saying that I'm the reason and I started all this, so I'm sorry.